this entire year.
You're,
It's not funny.
you're taking
Oh,
my tabletop virginity this year.
Oh my.
apparently.
You're breaking my
I don't.
tabletop hymen.
My New Year's resolution was to not play this year, but I mean, I think I did good. I lasted longer than I thought I would.
There we go.
It's at least been a few hours.
Post below and tell us
so
about
far.
your virginity. Actually,
Please don't.
Well, hey, that's his video. His comments he has to deal with, not mine.
I will post all those comments in the Skype conversation for the group, so you can take part in the magic.
That's when
gonna
Sheep
come
just removes him from the group.
No.
Anyways, who wants to do the recap? I believe the last two were done by Jonas and Grimmeth, if I'm not wrong. So either someone volunteers or I'm going to roll a d3.
I think Cordoon should do it.
No recollection right now. Please, someone else do it.
Well, last time we
Okay.
went in to the cave again to, I believe, go and find Connor Bain, which we, after some tribulations with a... we found out that the undead were there again. We beat up the Juju zombie. That was, lucky. Yeah. A lot of luck involved there. Critted it. Then we went on and fought some medical robots and a plant brain. I don't remember the name of it. It was
Cerebral fungus.
Cerebral
yes.
fungus.
Okay, yeah, but those are not good things. They don't even carry loot. Well, we looted the place and we continued on. Found a bloody hallway. Found Connor Bain in a cryo casket medical bin. I think some life support thing. It seemed like he was being kept alive by these machines, but they also tortured him, inflicting wounds on him and then repairing them themselves. So it was good that we spent little time trying to find him, because we felt pretty bad leaving him there for longer by choice. That would have been not great. We came home with him and went to Rothor went to talk to Val and say, "Hey, Connor Bain is back. He's at the church." And in the forge, the tavern here, it's called the Forge Tavern. That's the Foundry Tavern, yes.
Foundry Tavern, yes.
And we basically... Well, he found... I don't remember his name, but he was snooping about.
Sandbell Trent.
Yeah, Mr. Trent.
Or Trent, I don't remember.
Trent.
Central Trent.
Trent, yeah. Thug name. He was sneaking around, looking for things and trying to grab the two automatons laying there. So Rothor confronted him and was like, "Oh, no, the door was open." And one door was open because he picked it. That's true. He didn't know that nobody was here. He hadn't noticed that Connor Bain wasn't home. He thought the tavern was open, and basically full of bullshit. Eventually, we coerced out of him that he was part of the Technic League, actually, a spy, a minor member. And, we reported that to the church and gave him over, after doing a lot of intimidation and such. He also informed us that there was something weird going on at a warehouse owned by the owner of Silver Disc Hall, whose name also I do not no longer remember.
Carmen Ulref.
Yes, that guy. Garmin Ulreth. We went there at night to sort of scope it out, and promptly entered a door, shot a guy, and it was a short combat because we basically just punched him in the face with great swords until he was okay with talking to us. He admitted to being having a protection operation. He'd been paid money from a woman to keep an installation going inside a crate. He didn't really know what it was, and he just didn't ask any questions. He'll just keep it there and not tell anyone. We opened the crate, and there was a machine transmitting power from somewhere below towards Scrap Wall, I believe it was called. We don't really know what's going on there. It's not a bad place as far as we know. But it seems likely that this power is coming from below, and that probably the woman is still who handed it to him is still down there. Also believed she was an android. So we have waited a few days for some, or we are going to wait a few days for some equipment becoming available to us. And beyond that, we also hope, perhaps, that this lady will come up and confront us. And we will be able to sort of choose the battlefield of the confrontation with her, as she will want to get her thing, whatever it might be, back from us. Anything I missed?
I don't think so, but as for Scrapwall not being such a bad place, that entirely depends on your perspective, as Scrapwall is generally known as an excellent refuge for any kind of outcast, exile, and other shady personage. It's certainly a nice place for those who live there, but most civilized people think that it's a disgrace.
Are you
Could
saying?
go either way.
Are you saying that it is a den of scum and villainy?
Exactly.
All right.
Well, we'll then pick up after the 3 days you were wanting to wait, but just out of curiosity, how do you handle the nights?
The nights?
Do you just all sit down and sleep?
I mean,
Can't sleep.
Saren doesn't sleep.
I
so
sleep. Because if I'm supposed to wake, I will. So yeah, I sleep, of course.
So why don't you position yourselves in locations where you would spend the night?
Well, wasn't really allowed a room. But
I'm in my little corner hammock.
where do we have the thing?
The thing is currently in the foundry. It's this convenient box over
Ah,
here.
that convenient box thing. Well, the foundry
Maybe
does
I'll set
seem
up my
awfully
corner.
unpleasant. But as we're kind of hoping that someone will come and mess things up, would make sense to sleep by the fire. I'm not kidding anyone.
Shonda is totally up for a nighttime ambush, and she would put her bedrolls and stuff out up here on this.
What if if Shauna's like gone to like sleeping during the day? Alright, fine.
No, that's where she sleeps at night.
Okay. Zoran has spent his days spending time with his family, very overjoyed and thankful that he's managed to put it back together. And the nights, because he is convinced that someone will come for something, he will patrol around the foundry, taking care to like remain on like the catwalk and survey like a foreman.
You! Random firefly, get back to work.
Spends his days shopping with all the money that Saren put at his disposal.
Zoran was very thankful that Rofor was involved in this process.
Yeah. You know, Saren is a great guy.
It is then during your second night of these 3 days that your vigilance might as well be rewarded, as pretty much in the dead of night, Zarin not only hears the doors being worked, but also, thanks to his superior dark vision, sees a number of characters
Okay.
approaching and, well, quietly, although not as quietly as they would probably like, working the doors.
Okay. Zarin is going to edge on over to Shonda and pretty much like kneel down and shake her awake.
Alright. Shonda
He's
will-
gonna
will
he's
serve
gonna
as,
put a finger to his lips when he sees her eyes open, and I suppose does he have like a sense of how many people might be out there?
You could roll me a perception check to perhaps get more information.
Okay, I will go ahead and do so.
Visible through the window are most definitely at least 3 distinctly different people, but the sounds of shuffling feet and impatient feet, you would guess probably half a dozen people.
Okay. As soon as he sees Shanda's eyes open, Zarin will hold up 6 fingers and then point towards the door that's right next to the staircase.
All right. Shanda will get up, adjust her leather armor a little bit, and then like sidle, grab her gun, and sort of sidle over here, and prepare to shoot as soon as a bad guy enters that room over there.
It does not take long, as the door eventually clicks open, and in steps an orc. And we will go into initiative right away, as they are most definitely not here to parley or anything like that.
Especially since Shanda's like shooting him.
Wait, are they surprised by the sudden and immediate engagement of combat?
They are not surprised.
Okay.
Might have looked through the windows.
Turns out it was the clock father coming in. Hello, I would just... Oh, God!
Well, you know,
Well,
in Numeria, if someone's like burgles your home, you shoot them.
It's true. That's the law.
Shanda did
Numeria
an
is
action,
Texas.
so you do get to act first,
Kaboom!
as an orc definitely clad in armor of some sorts, although his entire equipment seems to be a collection of just random junk, really. The weapon, or at least you think that's what it is essentially a long pipe that has a sharpened end. And he's completely adorned with just metal bits that don't really provide as much protection as he might want them to.
All right, he is...
But you can take action.
He is clearly a fanatic, and as such, there is only one way to deal with him, and that is with extreme prejudice. So let's do that, shall we?
Yeah. Prejudice.
Kablamo! 12 versus touch.
That just hits him.
Hooray! 12 damage.
And the noise of a musket is most definitely enough to wake up the others.
Kaboom!
Yeah.
What the shit?
Okay. As through the door shoots another character. This one clearly a Ratfolk with similar sort of armor, although wielding not only a shorter pipe but also a hand crossbow that he levels and shoots with at Chandala. Another
Folk,
short
they
sword.
look so sneaky.
Ooh,
Ow. Well, 1 damage.
One whole damage.
could be worse.
1 damage, yes.
I'll take that.
Kenrick, you are conscious, but you would currently likely be prone.
Is that a swift action to get up, or?
It would be a move action to get up.
Okay, I'll move action to get up. I guess I heard the gunshot coming from the other building.
Yes.
Swift action to move to this window. If I see anything from there.
No, you're blocked.
See a wall.
Yeah. Oh, then let's move over. The doors are.
Not well laid out for us, no.
Yep. Well, let's go. Boom, boom, boom.
I mean, you could always just like jump through the window if you really want to. I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
Connor's gonna understand.
Or like open the window.
You could also do that too, but that's not adventurous.
That's not an adventurous action star thing
It's not.
to do.
It's not that big a difference in time.
Yeah.
Look out the
well,
window and like unhasp it.
You know, if
Maybe they're stained glass, like
maybe it
things,
was
Both of us the kind of guy who just smashed through it
Like
without
ex-
thinking about opening.
it's like extremely elaborate painted glass
His
window.
wife in made
So-
it fine.
My wife made that. Oh,
Oh, do you want to move or not?
Is the window openable?
The window is openable.
I can get through it, right?
You could spend a move action to open the window.
Yeah, you could convert your standard action into a move action and open the window for the others.
But look, this is like a straight line. If you have any acrobatics skill, you can just jump into the other building.
For 2 windows.
that'd be
Trinity.
so cool, though.
Yeah. Well, that second window is not openable from your current position.
That's why you jump through it.
Oh, that's so awesome.
You collide with the iron bars.
The orcs looks perplexed at the iron indentations on your face.
He skips his turn.
Yeah, I'll use my last action to open this window.
Okay, open the window.
Just laying there
And
like, oh.
through the door runs another Ratfolk who will go real close to his buddy, merging into a ball of 2 Ratfolk,
What?
and will shoot at Chandala.
Ratfolk do.
What's this
What?
shit?
How does this look? How, what?
They are essentially on top of each other, just squirming about, and
What is this?
It's
apparently
bird.
feeling quite comfortable fighting like that. That is a 19.
Oh, that is so strange. We should
And
order
since you're
Ratfolk.
Red folk fuse to red kings. Just so you know,
Oh.
it's a thing.
And since Chandala currently can't really see where the shot is coming from, she is also considered to be flat-footed,
No, the
or rather
fires.
to be
the fires
flanked.
here.
Sorry.
Flanked with like ranged weapons?
Yep.
But there's
Which
fire
means
here.
You can see them, but they are squirming about in a way that lets them flank you at range.
What?
Yep. Which means you take an additional 3 points of sneak attack damage.
Saren, can you go down there and like knock them off? Do you think?
I'm too busy being. I'm looking at Manikai right now. Like, really? 13th age bullshit?
Okay, well,
Jonas, your gun is now broken, and you can
Yeah,
never
okay,
get it
sure.
back.
you said attack. Everything you have explodes.
Yeah.
You take 6 points of damage.
Luckily, being hurt is a condition. So
That's true. Just need a med pack to get it. We'll get it gone.
Through the door, any kind of stealth being abandoned. This guy can't make it. He can make it in sight, and he'll double move towards the closest enemy.
Saren, help! I'm being flanked somehow. This feeling is strange.
Zarin.
Hello. Welcome to my home. I've laid out the spread, and I'm very interested in showing you all of the wonderful things that I have here just for you.
That is definitely it. Bypassing all of the metal bits in his supposed armor.
Zarin will then look, and he'll speak the language of the orcs people, for he is a proper host. Get the fuck out of my home. In turn.
He growls back at you, and this orc who has opened the door and got a face full of musket points at the box, looks behind him, and shouts, "Get the box, then set fire to everything." So he will run towards the box.
The real
Yes,
gentleman.
as if he runs through the difficult terrain of the foundry.
Well, he double moves, and there isn't really difficult terrain here unless you move through the fires.
Okay. Set the foundry that's built to withstand incredible heat on fire.
Put fire to the torch.
Through this door will...
We should have played
This guy.
Ratfolk, all of us.
who will shoot at Chandala
That's a miss.
and
finally.
miss. This guy agrees that the suggestion of his buddy is a good one and will move towards the box. This guy can't make it. He'll move here and shoot at Chandala.
How?
That is a hit for 1 point of damage. Vimian.
I mean, we'll like, at the sound of the musket shot, he like starts out of bed, like falls out of the hammock onto the floor, and he'll just grab his bow from it's under with his bags under the hammock here, and move up to the window and like see what's going on. And he sees that Kaenric over here has opened the window, and so he will on his next turn do that. He uses one move action to like move over to the window and one to stand up out of prone.
Okay, roll for.
Stand up and pick up his weapon. I think that's all I can do.
Okay. Chandala.
Well, I could probably shoot the orc who's trying to pick up the crate. That seems like something I should
They,
stop.
they are not going to be able to get that far. Like, I can't imagine, considering how heavy that is. Like, we could easily track them running through the streets. What are they going to do? Like, then pull that underwater? Like, we can catch them.
Maybe they have a teleportation ring. That has happened before.
Well, then we'll learn that.
If I shoot at the tower, the Ratfolk tower, are they counted as a swarm or something like that? Like, can I
They
shoot them?
are still counted as individual creatures. They are simply sharing the same space.
Okay. Well, let's shoot a rat. Let's shoot the top rat. Actually, let's shoot the bottom rat, because then the other guy might fall down.
Now we're fighting rats in the...
However, Jonas, now we're spreading damage. Look at how
I know,
inefficient that is.
it is so inefficient. They're fighting as effective, even if they have at 1 hit point. You should kill the thing first. Shoot! 9 touch.
That does not hit.
That was a poor roll.
Does anything happen on a 2?
No, not normal.
Flare gun?
This 1, 2 if I use an alchemical cartridge, but I don't.
Okay. Well, this Ratfolk will shoot at Chandler.
Doesn't matter. I'm gonna die now anyway. These horrific.
That's a fair point. I can't really dispute that, Jonas.
That does not hit.
Okay.
He is quite happy sharing his personal space with his buddy. Kenrick.
Again?
What?
It's our turn now.
It's turn 2.
Yeah, we went through an entire round.
Oh, I thought Crowder was gonna get a turn.
I
did.
did. I had
He
to
did.
stand up
He
and
stood
I'll
up and
pick
grabbed
up
his
my
weapon.
Oh, okay.
I don't...
Can you cast through windows?
Yeah, but not through walls.
Depends on what kind
Well,
of
also it
spell.
depends on the spell. Yeah.
Line of sight,
Because I can see that one orc through that slight sliver I have.
What kind of spell would you like to cast?
Sleep spell.
I'd say a sleep spell would work. A fireball wouldn't because, projectiles. But sleep could
It's
work.
a mind spell.
Yep.
Let's see.
Because you can see the spot that you want to put it. Whereas, like with a fireball, the fireball would actually have to go through the windows,
And
which
you
it
could
wouldn't.
probably hit both of them if you like put the
Yep.
sleep.
Right, so I can only see that guy, so
Yeah, but the other guy is in the effect of it. So
yep. So cast sleep over there.
hush now.
Okay.
Should be 17 DC.
Orcs can't have good will save, surely.
Let's find out.
Well,
One guy makes it. But this one, he falls asleep.
Oh, I got hurt. Must surprise.
perfect timing.
He just like slumps over the crate. Orc Fanatic 3-8 looks like, damn it!
you're said to
I
pick it up.
can't solo this box. I
Okay.
didn't lift enough.
I can't tank and spank this box.
Anything
Use
else?
swift action to move over here. And probably. Let's see.
You don't need to use a swift action, just use a move action. If
Yeah,
you want to
it's part of your move action. You climb through the window and then move.
Okay. Well, I'm not sure. Let's go over to this window.
Well, there's only one open, door here. I imagine we locked them.
Yeah, they're certainly locked.
So we can only get in, really, from over here.
Well, you can also get in through the windows. Fucking break them.
I don't need to get through. I'll just cast sleep from sleep turret.
There's like a
It's better.
there's like a
this way.
dude outside the window. It's kind
The
of
window is protecting me.
We'll get the money from these guys, and then Connor can use them to repair the windows. I mean,
oh, he
come
has
on.
cast mend on it. It's fine.
Sure, I can do
A waste treatment plant. He'll figure it out.
Yeah. Swift action to pull out my crossbow, and that's it.
This Ratfolk over here will then also shoot at Chandler. And miss completely. So his
Alright.
buddy blocks him instead of helping him.
I'm helping.
And this orc has found his foe. Swing his pipe.
Yeah, that hits.
9 points of damage.
9 points of damage with an improvised weapon.
Well,
Not kidding around.
Well, I'm going to carefully consider the situation, think about my life and everything that I've gotten to this point, and I'm going to miss.
Yes.
I'm going to end my turn.
Well, he's asleep. That will be another shot at Chandala from this Ratfolk. Since Saren seems under control enough, that is a miss. This fanatic will frown at the box, frown at the window, as well as the person behind it. He will move to the window and smash the window.
Oh no.
That'll be that. He will move to his buddy and shoot at Chandala.
Mount up.
That is a miss. Vimian.
Pimian will smash this window and then shoot at the orc.
Oh,
Let's
Okay, I do believe he gets light cover from Kenrick.
no.
And from the
Oh man,
wall.
never mind then. Maybe I'll just go around.
light. You smash the window and they're like, oh, actually.
-4 and with light cover. Oof. Ugh.
Well, that didn't stop you from taking down the Blinthal when you were blinded.
Shoot that one.
Ah, yeah. Snipe that one.
Sure.
Total
Yeah.
cover.
Well.
Who cares? I mean,
Yeah.
We
All right.
believe in you, Professor.
Yep.
they're orcs, though. We're gonna have to actually kill him to stop them from fighting.
It's true. Well, I will shoot at the one over by Zarin. So I will be lucky also.
Not lucky enough.
No.
Rofor.
Well,
Run, Rothor, for all your
There's
like
2 broken
15
windows
movement or
here.
whatever you have these days.
I'll go for the open one so I don't cut myself.
In your full plate, you mean?
I don't have a full plate on. I don't sleep in that.
Oh,
That's heavy
So my
armor.
AC right now is 11.
pish posh.
But I also have 30 movement.
Should get like
So, can I attack the guy? Yeah?
Yeah, you can.
Good.
get
Yeah,
down,
that's fair enough.
Kenrick. Yeah, swing in the window.
Also, I need to attack with my rage, because of course I'll rage.
No, you will.
I was having a nice dream!
Exactly, you're having a nice dream and you're like really pissed
Don't
now.
work me up. Well, yeah, he rages as soon as he jumps through like the open window, like letting out a battle roar,
Save me, Rotor.
indescribable noise, and then a destined strike towards this guy's face.
You are destined
Clearly,
to
this is
die.
destined to kill him, right?
Clearly. No.
Just imagine it's a
Probably-
That
zombie.
is a miss.
It was good damage though.
Chandala.
I tend to
Well,
have that.
I'll try to, since I haven't hurt any of the rats, I'll try to save Saren here by shooting the orc. I think I can survive. If I'm lucky, I can survive the rats. So let's shoot the orc. 22
hits.
touch, but minimum damage.
For 5 points. But despite getting inflicted a wound that should honestly down him, he is still standing, although staggered.
He's an orc.
Yeah, he's an orc.
Just
This
push him down
Ratfolk
the
will
stairs.
keep shooting at Chandala. Is not a hit. Kenrick.
I'm basically standing here in the fantasy equivalent of boxer shorts.
Like the dude from
So nothing.
Ghouls and Goblins, basically.
Could you do something about that? Maybe
What? What should he do about your boxer shorts?
mage armor or
Cast
something.
mage armor.
Yeah,
Oh,
I can get armor.
I was
My naked body.
I was kind of going to cast sleep on all those rats over there.
You can do that too.
Or should I buff you up first?
Your concern with casting a spell currently where you are as the Orc Fanatic is probably going to attempt to knock you in the face because you're.
Yeah, that's why I'm gonna 5-foot move first.
Ah.
But
Okay.
You can
I
do
think
either.
I think crowd controlling the Ratfolk would be a better
Four
idea.
of them.
Yeah.
How many HD can you hit with your
4
four? Let's hope they have
should
one.
be all the rats if they're 1 HD.
I think that spot should be able to still see them.
Like step here.
Yep.
Yeah.
I don't
Here.
have control of your tokens. I can actually see what you can see.
Yeah, exactly.
You still see the rats over here, so I won't provoke an attack from the orc from here.
No.
Okay. Cast a sleep on all the rats over there.
Okay. DC 17. One of them makes it, all the others fall asleep.
Yay.
Did it like
As-
turn into a ball of fur?
As the towers tumble into a ball of fur lying on the floor.
Oh,
Except
the
for
whole
one.
thing is gone.
Well, this Ratfolk is asleep.
Can I still use my move action?
Sure. Sorry.
No, you can't after 5
You can't use it to
Under-
move,
under
but you
the
can
trigger.
still use it.
Second?
You
If you-
used a 5-foot step, so while you do still have a move action, you cannot use it to move.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I can't use it for anything else besides moving, so...
If you don't have
that's
your
that.
crossbow loaded, you could reload it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
So, my turn.
this orc will then again swing his pipe against Zarin and miss.
God.
Zarin.
Zarin glows blue as he activates the nanite surge within his body. That's going to give me a +5 to my next d20 roll.
And that is enough. The orc slumps down.
And then Zarin, with the kick, just sort of like boots him like down the stairs because Zarin's immediately going that way too. Basically, since all these guys are asleep, Zarin's just gonna like put himself right in the middle of all that next to Ratfolk Scrapper 3. That ends my turn.
Alright. This fanatic is still fast asleep. This scrapper should also be asleep. This orc, however, is not asleep. He sees someone behind the window. So he will attack Rufa.
That most certainly hits.
Even with cover, that is it.
Yeah.
Even if you had your damn full plate on, it still would have hit
Yeah,
you.
yeah,
So,
yeah.
huh?
I'm not even mad.
He is asleep. Damien.
Yes, I will shoot at the orc that now doesn't have cover.
That just hits.
I love it.
Roll for.
Well, he hits me, I hit him, right? That's
Can you move down a bit so I can hit you with my touch spell?
yes, I can.
Great.
I'll do another destined strike. It's this guy. Doesn't do a whole lot, but hey.
You say that, and then you like do 15 damage.
Take it.
That does hit the orc, but he powers through that strike. Chandala.
Well, everything seems to be under control. Let's shoot the orc that's fighting Rothor in the back. 10 touch?
That does not hit.
Okay.
You blow a hole in the wall next to Rothor.
Seen a man and
The blue glow still
a
emanates
raging
from.
man in his
the-
boxers fighting an orcish fanatic through a window.
With a pipe.
Yeah.
See, this Ratfolk really does not like his buddy sleeping, so he'll take a step back and use his standard action to slap the other scrapper,
Get up and shield me.
Help!
who wakes up, although
We
he
need
is
to pull him
prone.
up and push him against
We
Aaron.
need to form like Voltron again.
Kainrik.
So I guess Rotor is covering the orc right now.
He's not getting through this window. Yeah.
No, I mean if I would take a shot at him.
Oh yes.
You might not hit though.
I'll just
Like you have a
cast
-4, and I think he's got cover. Right?
If you want to if you have like magic missile, you could do that, but I don't know if it's worth it.
I do have days.
Sure.
Days on it. Let's see what was it saying about days. Yep. Do you want mage armor or should I daze him?
Up to you.
No. There's not that many enemies left. He's also kind of dead, so I'll just cast mage armor on you.
I'll take it. What does it look like when Kainrik does his mage armor?
It's a touch spell, so kind of just make an arcane motion with my hand and touch your shoulder, and then you glow a bit
All right.
as the spell takes effect. Say, go get him, Rodar.
Slap him on the butt. Go get him, tiger.
It is vigorous and firm.
Of course. Of course.
Okay, yeah. Anything else?
It's not.
Yeah, that's
Tightly
fine.
muscled, yeah.
It's not soft like a girl's. It's man hard. You know.
Mm-hmm. It's like abs, but on the ass.
Yeah, that was my turn.
As
My ass
Guys.
abs.
Come on.
Oh,
Well, this Ratfolk, disagreeing very much with the fact that there's 2 more sleeping ones, will spend his standard action slapping the scrapper number 2, who will also wake up. He will also try to shuffle away from Zeren.
Okay,
Getting
that will
slapped from
provoke
the
an attack
front
of
was-
opportunity then.
Yes.
Good.
Oops. No. Come back here.
Thank you.
can't he only do 5 feet as an
Whap.
option?
Probably. But it doesn't matter because he stops moving properly now. This one, however, now is awake, although prone.
it's like a prone slap fest going on.
Zeren.
Okay. Standard action to rotate towards the creature that was just slapped awake after hacking the other Ratfolk down into submission.
That is enough to also make this one twitch and then stop moving.
The blue glow still radiating so prominently from the android's face. He then takes a 5-foot step and actually position himself here, glowering at the Ratfolk scrapper. I end my turn.
He is still sleeping. This guy's dead. This guy, with a roar, will swing his pipe one last time. And miss, and collapse in a heap.
Like, he hits the window frame and then just like knocks himself
It
out.
reverberates back and smacks him in the head.
Yeah.
This scrapper is still asleep. Bimian.
I mean, I will.
Damn, Professor.
Yeah. Whoop. Fuck it, I'll just go through.
I say, yeah, you can move through ally squares just fine. Oh, excuse me, pardon me, Professor
20.
coming through.
Yeah. Woohoo. Carry on, pardon me. No, that's 30, I think. No. Oop. Ah. There. That's 30, and then I'll just move here and just wait.
Roll 4.
Well, man, are these forges like difficult terrain?
You're gonna like
Fu-
run over the floor.
It's
The fire would be.
I wouldn't recommend.
We have them lit constantly, all right.
Well, even the unlit fire pit is rather difficult to walk through.
I can't do. There we go.
There you go.
I guess this is the closest I can get. I'll move there. Sword.
Okay.
Punish this rat for existing. That's that.
His existence is already punishment enough.
From the inside of the northern part of the Foundry Tavern, you do hear a familiar voice, the voice of Connor shouting, "Is everything alright? What's happening?"
And then like Shane Lightning shoots from him.
I think He-Man is the
Disintegrate.
best person to answer at this point.
I'm gonna shoot the rat. 21
That-
touch.
Is a hit.
It's like Connor's like, is everything okay? And then suddenly,
Now it is.
I take it that's a no.
Hmm.
This scrapper will withdraw.
Yeep.
Zeren still gets his
I
attack of
still get an attack
opportunity.
on him.
Yep.
Go ahead.
See if he makes it first of all.
I can't select them anymore to do the beautiful thing that
Oh.
I've been doing. You. I
Okay.
choose you. The one who is moving now.
That is a hit, and he does not manage to withdraw.
Zaren's greatsword greets him out the door.
Whee.
yeah.
The lead
Well.
blade.
Two
That was-
sleeping enemies
yeah.
left.
We even have a survivor to question now.
Oh, I was gonna coup de grace him.
No, we have a Ratfolk
Oh,
and
there's
we
a
have an
Ratfolk
orc.
too. Yeah, we should
Orcs
probably
are
spare both of them
fanatics.
in case they have different knowledge sets.
I don't know. The rat folk is more likely to squeal. I
It's
think.
a rat.
Yeah, I'd rather you kill the orc.
Assuming that you don't wait until these two wake up, combat will be over as there's a distinct lack of enemies.
Let's see, guys. Let's see how much damage a coup de
You're
grace
gonna wake him
does.
up and he's gonna eat you.
Or just throw him in the fire
It's
pit.
like a 6 damage crit.
You automatically hit.
Six
You
full
automatically
damage.
hit.
Rah!
You
Yeah.
automatically hit and score a critical hit. If the
Well,
defender
actually, no, it's
survives-
9 because bows have ×3.
That's true.
If the defender survives the damage, he must make a Fortitude save DC 10 plus damage dealt or die.
You think
19.
he can make a
Alright.
DC 19?
You're literally taking the bow to his eye and like.
If he survives
Yeah.
this. Okay.
He does.
Oh! No, he
Actually,
doesn't.
he doesn't. Sorry, DC 19.
he dies?
He dies. Even as he tries resisting the damage, he dies.
Cold, Professor.
Zarin will actually pick up the scrapper who's like surviving and like asleep and like basically like fucking like Rothor light the forge.
Thor being exhausted by the battles, by his human ways of fighting. We'll go and we can light. That's a pretty easy thing to do. We can light a forge. As he sort of breathes heavily.
In his boxer shorts.
Grabbing like
Well,
the
yeah,
helpless
with
Ratfolk
the magical
scrapper
glitter.
and like dragging him over.
Yeah, with the magical glow all around him.
Yeah.
You hear the lock going on the northernmost door, and Connor coming through, surveying the damage and carnage that you have done, not really saying anything as he just frowns.
Sorry about the window, but it was actually the orc.
Yeah.
The one in the other room was me.
Oh.
Don't worry about the windows.
Let's loot them. Shala will go and loot.
Check this
All
out.
right.
Fucking mercenary adventurer.
Mm-hmm. You're already
really what she
torturing.
is?
You're already torturing the poor rat. You know, I can't.
I have not tortured the poor rat. I've just grabbed
Yet.
it and I'm waiting for the forge to warm up.
I'm not
Torture or
Nothing is being
breakfast?
implicated.
This
It
is
is-
gonna
it
be
is
like
rude
a
to
Kobold
assume
torture dungeon
that
all
just
over again.
that just because we're lighting the forge. That's true.
The hope is that he will assume as much as well.
Yeah.
All right,
I
let's
get
do
it.
let's do the loot really quick. From the Ratfolk scrappers that have been downed and are not currently held over soon to be fire, you can get 3 leather armors, 3 short swords, and 3 hand crossbows
Okay.
with a handful of bolts, as well as a total of 6 gold pieces.
Those hand crossbows are the actual interest, and those are worth money.
Those are money.
The 2 fanatics have a masterwork starter lever each, a masterwork buckler each, and a total of 21 gold pieces and 3 silver discs.
Let's see here.
How many bolts? I think I can grab those.
Just a handful. It wasn't like a number specified. All right, I got that down.
If you want a number, it's 18 bolts.
Okay.
Yeah, you got that. Gareth? Okay.
Oh, I did it.
Those hot hand crossbows and masterwork things.
Yeah, the hand crossbows. You know, wouldn't want to let those go.
No, masterwork bucklers. That's cash money. And the
You know,
leathers
gotta
as well.
fucking sell that to pay the fucking blood sucking fiends in the
Yep.
temple.
Yeah, and like the window merchant who's undoubtedly going to charge exorbitant prices.
I'm
Like,
gonna
oh,
need,
you
like,
want the triple glaze?
50 gold pieces worth of fixing after this.
Yeah.
Can I get a little pick me up, Professor?
Sure can. Let's see, you are missing 8 hit points. Let's hope I roll well. I'll use a cure light wounds on you. There you go.
Nice. Very nice.
If you have another one.
I do. I have 2 more.
And Clary's still gonna come after you so hard.
You,
You're muscling in onto their
Perfect.
territory.
They're gonna
Rogar,
show up.
should I?
They're gonna show up. Hey, we heard you're taking our business. He's gonna crack your kneecaps.
Rogar, I'll go get your clothes.
Oh, sure. It's the metal ones by the fire.
Sure.
He's just flexing now by the fire. Like,
Yeah.
oh, look look fucking awesome.
Even when like he has like a sleeping hair, it's actually looks like it's set up
Oh, sure.
nicely.
Yeah.
Sure. I mean, it was destined to be that way, right? It's not often anyone gets to have Destiny do their hair, but... Well, I assume the fire is crackling.
The fire, after a couple minutes, and also some more or less magical help by Connor, does start crackling rather a lot as Connor stands back and is curious what Zarin wants to do here.
Good. Good.
The rat is indeed squirming rather heavily.
Zarin will, to pronounce it, will actually, like, begin by, like, grabbing, like, the back of the Ratfolk's head and, like, bashing it against the edge of the forge, and then, like, lifting it up again. Hello, my name is Zarin. Welcome to my home. I hope you've enjoyed your stay here thus far. Have you ever had roasted food by chance? I like all manners of food.
You don't want to eat me. I taste terrible.
Fire burns out the impurities. That's what my family taught me.
Connor nods. I have, well, surely you want something from me, and if I give you that something, then you'll let me go, right?
You'll be sent to the jail instead of killed in the fire.
That's better than being roasted alive.
Yes, it is. Zarin is genuinely angry again, and his normally emotionless voice is twitching. His hands are shaking with wrath. He sees this as an attack on his family. Right. So, I know you're here from the power relay. Who sent you? Was it that blue-haired woman?
Meander, it's purple hair, and she needs the box, and you don't, and if we don't get the box, then Hellion will be angry on Meander, and Meander will take out her anger on us, and that would be very bad for everyone involved.
Zarin was doing that test there with the hair, and he likes that he got that answer. Zarin nods and says, Hellion. Who's that?
Oh, Hellion, the Lord of Rust, the Master of Scrapwall, and he will come if you don't let me go.
What is the Lord of Rust? Is it like a construct? Like a golem?
The Lords of Rust are the rulers of Scrapwall, yes they are. You would be foolish to oppose the Lord of Rust.
What does the Lord of Rust want with Torch?
I don't know, but I'm assuming that box is important. Otherwise, we wouldn't have been sent to get it.
Meander sent you here to get it, and take it where?
Just away, and then she was going to follow and do something with the box again, so it would work again.
Where is she when she gave you those orders?
Oh, she's here, and she's going to come soon and help me, so you should let me go, otherwise she'll be very angry.
Oh, she's here. Why wouldn't she have come herself then?
Because she is the high priest of the Lord of Us. She wouldn't do this menial work herself.
The high priestess of what? The lot of you? You're just a rat.
Well, I am but one of the many, and Hellion will soon rise, and you'll regret taking me here and not letting me go. If you let me go, I'll put in a good word for you.
Tempting. But, and like Zarin will apply pressure slowly, how can I know that you're telling me the truth? I mean, if I eat you, then you can't put in a bad word for me.
Well, Meander will know that we failed when we don't return, meaning that if there's no one to put in a good word for you, then it must be a bad word.
Oh. Good. And Zarin will take the opportunity and say, Well, can I just like knock the Ratfolk unconscious? Do you like want me? Do we have to like go and like grapple check Hal? I mean, what do you want to do, Sheep?
No, that's easy enough.
Okay. Zarin will knock the scrapper unconscious and just sort of like throw him off here to the side.
He will be unconscious and prone.
Zarin will crack his bones and say, "Good. I like it when a plan comes together. I thought Meander would send someone."
And you didn't think that perhaps them attacking our home would end up being a bad idea?
That is correct, Connor. For this is the area I know better than any other place.
I suppose.
These are enemies that would have undoubtedly stopped us on our quest further down into the caverns beneath Torch. Would you have preferred I risk my life fighting them down there, in terrain that's favorable to them?
You are correct. He stops.
Thank you, Connor. Zarin smiles. At any rate, did anyone know anything about this Hellion, this Lord of Russ, Master of Scrapwall?
Take a look at Pimian.
Pimian shakes his head. I'm not from around here.
You heard about that in your travels, Shanda?
Not really. I've never been to Scrapwall myself. Do I have knowledge local? Let me check. No.
It sounded like this Meander was a priestess of this Hellion.
I suppose we should ask her when we find her.
He grunts. I was hoping that perhaps she would have come herself, but no matter, this was quite a success, I think, all things considered, he says, rubbing, like, his side.
Yeah, we have certainly thinned their numbers a bit, which is always good.
And these are numbers that I think we would have encountered in the caverns beneath Torch, especially if this Meander is here, which is to say how we don't know how many more she might have down there.
It's true. It can't be all that too many, though. That would have been noticed. If she led a regiment down there, surely someone in town would have seen it.
If Rothor checks on these rats and their stuff, is it all, like, wet? Or has it, like, recently been wet?
Roll me a perception check.
You smell
That's
like
a good-
wet dog.
That's a good thought, Manikai. I like that. I didn't think
If
about that.
you have to bin in the pond, like Ordun says, it should smell awful.
Yeah, like...
Well, the both the rats and the orcs already smell awful by default, but
Oh, that's mean.
it does seem like their leather armor does still retain some wetness to it.
All right. They do seem to have been swimming. It's probably safe to say that they would be down there. If we go down there quickly enough, maybe Chandala could even spot some tracks to see where they came from. The sand should be easy enough to see if someone walked through recently. Especially in this sort of numbers.
That's a good thought. Perhaps they opened up that door that was previously sealed and might be keeping it unsealed to... Well, I imagine so, if they were going to return. I don't know where they would have brought the relay back, maybe to Meander?
Doubt they would take it through the water.
And I'm going to hate to break up your little conversation over there, but I'm going to have to leave because apparently this was not the first place they visited. Parts of the town are on fire.
Oh.
I'll be right back.
Oh.
Well. Sorry.
Oh, well.
I suppose
Zarin
Silver
blinks.
Disc Hall is going to have to do some remodeling.
Should we go help the town or?
Zarin will, like, blink and, like, open the door, or, like, the door's already open, like, take a look out at Forge.
It's like this hellfire storm out there. Like, oh god.
You can see quite some smoke covering the night sky, as well as the rather close colors of fire, mostly coming from the north. It does seem like the two locations might very well be the warehouse that you have visited, as well as Silver Disc Hall.
Oh no!
Oh, no!
Do these rats then seem to have like been punched?
By
The-
rope
Time.
fists, maybe?
These rats do not seem injured.
So she sent a
Or at
full-scale
least
attack.
weren't injured.
She just
Alright.
Because
mounted
that
an
place was
offense.
actually protected. Even if they
Yeah.
didn't expect an attack, they'd put up a little bit of a fight.
Alright,
I think.
perhaps one of you can like tie up the scrapper and then we can like deliver him to like the fucking jail. Zarin has create water, and damn it if he's gonna let this town burn down. Go out into the night for the good of the city.
Well,
Become-
there's a bucket here.
Bat droid.
Go, Batroid.
I've got 4 gallons of water per standard action with your name on it, Torch.
Well, the
And
living
just-
water cannon goes out there.
Kendrick just picks up some rope and ties up the rat.
Saren just unhinges his jaw and like water just shoots out.
I'll go and.
I actually like the darkness effect being available right now because it makes it look like it's like a strategic tactical battle map.
I guess me and Kendrick can deliver the rat to the prison. I'm not-
P-Man can come along as well. right?
Trespassing.
I'm not that good at
Share cell.
yeah, another trespassing. Why is he? What's the burn marks and like? I don't worry about that.
Yeah, the prison would be at the garrison and armory, the same place where Connor has very recently delivered Sandville to. And you can certainly move there.
Maybe they can be cellmate buddies.
So you too, huh?
What are you in for?
I won't tell anyone what you tell me here. You're literally a rat.
The rats do grow big in this prison, huh?
Dinner served. Push the rat in.
It's a little wet, but
A little, oh, that's awful. Wet rat for dinner. I don't want that at all.
That might be partially a display of how many numbers might be down there if they've like set fire to like 2 locales and then these folks have come too.
Well, yeah.
Well, let's help the town, and then after that's done, we can.
Yeah, the fire is quickly under control with the help of both Connor and Zarin, and Rover, of course. At the jail, a friendly-looking guardsman looks at you confused for a moment, but knowing your reputation at least, he locks up the rat. And then comes back and says, by the way, I do believe that the merchant, what was his name again, he wanted to talk to Connor or one of you.
Sandville.
Where is he at the moment?
He's in a cell just over here.
Oh, sure.
Let's go.
Shauna
Hear what
will,
he has to say.
yeah, Shauna will walk over.
And in a rather small and rather rocky cell, you do find Sandville sitting on a wooden bench, smiling as always. He welcomes you with a gesture, says, I didn't expect you to arrive at night, although...
Well, we did catch another trespasser. I'm afraid he got his head bashed in.
Well, then I think I fared much better in that regard.
Yes, you are lucky.
Oh, I'd like to think that luck has nothing to do with it, but thank you. Anyways, what I was going to want to speak to you about, he eyes the guard currently standing next to you. I'd rather do in private, if you don't mind.
Shauna looks at the guard and says, can you like just wait outside the door for like a minute?
The guard shrugs and leaves.
Thanks.
Good, well, there's some unfinished business of mine that does need to be taken care of at some point, otherwise... Well, let's get to the point here. I am expected to make regular reports to my superior, and he is a rather nasty person, and if I delay on said, report, he might send someone else, and I do believe that's not something any of us want.
How do you make these reports?
Oh, it's usually a letter that I give to one of the caravans, and it eventually finds its way to the right person. I'm not sure how exactly it works, but it does. So, my point being, as a sign of our budding friendship, I would like to know what I would be allowed to report, if anything.
What do you usually report?
Well, usually that nothing is happening, because nothing ever happens, but something has indeed happened, and I fear that if I report that the torch has indeed gone out, it would at least be investigated by some. Although if I write that nothing has happened and there was another agent in this town that I didn't know about, then that might be very peculiar indeed as well.
I mean, the
So,
torch goes out from time to time, doesn't it?
it never has gone out completely. It usually flares up every couple months or so, but it is always there and visible quite the distance.
Kind of turn to Chandala and quietly say that I think we should better discuss this with the whole group.
Chandala shrugs. Look at him. You know what? You start writing up the reports. I'm sure we can take a look at them before you send them.
Of course, of course. I'm just going to need something to actually write with in here. All I get is, well, food, and that's not a good way to report.
Sure, I can probably fix something. The guard seems friendly enough.
And this whole being, well, jailed here really isn't necessary. I think.
She shrugs. I mean, if I had my way, you would have been shot. But, so, as I said, you're lucky.
I suppose being in here rather than being shot is more lucky.
Excellent. We are in complete agreement then. I'll talk to the guard for you.
Thank you. I am curious, however, why... I suppose I shouldn't judge you based on your appearance, or rather the time of day. But... shrugs.
Shauna looks at him. What?
What I'm trying to say is, why did you come here in the middle of the night?
As I said, we had a trespasser to impound.
Oh, of course. And of course, as I would know, the middle of the night is the best time. Yes, it makes sense.
Mm-hmm. Good night, Sandville.
Good night.
She walks out.
So positive.
I hate his guts. She mumbles to himself. She'll talk to the guard. Ask him if to bring like a quill and paper.
The guard nods, thinks that perhaps he could acquire something.
That'd be great. If it's a problem of money, send the bill to the foundry and Shauna will pick it up.
He'll nod. Although he does think that something to write on shouldn't be too expensive.
Probably should be something to write on in this prison even.
This economy.
Gotta log the criminals, hopefully. Unless the church runs that business too.
No, the
All
church
the
has
scribes.
nothing to do with the garrison.
You want to report well.
He assures you, but he neither seems rich nor wounded.
No, exactly. Well, that said, I guess we'll go out and help the town for as much as we can for the rest of the night.
How many fighters were there?
There were at least 2 sources of fires. There was definitely one at the Silver Skull, as half the group is seeing right now, and somewhere to the north, likely the warehouse district.
Quick, to the warehouse.
The fire at the Silver Skull is quickly under control with little damage to any of the surrounding buildings, although some remodeling is indeed necessary, and Garmin is indeed standing outside of the Silver Skull currently and looking absolutely miserable. While the warehouse is not really a huge priority for the current firefighters, it's essentially completely burnt down once you even get there. But it was far enough from any other building that nothing else really happened to the town.
Should have looted all those other crates. Oh well. I guess we need to regroup then. Use wandering around the city at night.
I guess we regroup at breakfast or something. Still, like fire smoke clinging to our clothes when we sit down and have breakfast.
How long is it until breakfast? Can we take like a rest, get our spells back and all that?
If you sleep until essentially noon, you can still get your usual rest.
All right, breakfast for lunch. It's the new hot thing.
Brunch.
Oh, let's have brunch.
Probably shouldn't wait too long. Or she'll have time to fortify it down there.
Well, if she's sending these many troops, she already has fortified down there, most likely.
It's true.
Or she is expecting them to succeed.
I mean, if she sends these many troops, she's not unprepared down there. She knows that
That
she has
sure
now
will be fine.
he has now declared war on the whole town. So she's waiting for it. That's my guess.
Well, so after brunch, I suppose we head.
Kind of want to ask how it went with
Oh God.
fighting the fire.
Oh,
Saring and Rotor.
city's no longer burning.
Wonderful.
Gambling man's ruined, but
I can live with that. He wasn't a very nice man, I think.
sometimes a negative twist of fate can be turned to the positive direction. It
We
is time for him to change his life.
one could argue that we brought that upon him, but maybe one could argue that he brought it upon himself.
At least he still has a life to turn over.
Exactly.
Is he really ruined? How bad is Silver Disc Hall, God?
It's pretty bad. It's not entirely burnt to the ground, but it might as well be.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm sure enough people owe him money that he can get back on his feet. Anyway, I suppose we need to go visit the Clockfather, and he's probably in the temple. Along the way there, I can have the fucking leeches touch me.
But did you get that done during the night or during this breakfast we are having right now?
We have to all get touched by the Clockfather anyway. It doesn't matter when the fuck I go.
We need to breathe the water.
Oh yeah, I thought you were talking about the healing.
Well, I mean, while we're there, I can get touched by the leeches too. But I mean, we're gonna have to go visit Clockfather Van anyway.
But he doesn't do healing, so
Unless
he has a
you've
conscience.
unless you want to try and tank these swim checks yourself while holding your breath.
Oh no, I just thought you were talking about the healing.
We'll also report that Sandville wants to write letter reports. And we told him to write one, and
Orders superiors.
we told him to
What?
write one, and we can.
Why
Read it.
is he like bringing that? Isn't that the isn't that Torch's business?
She shrugs. He asked us what he should write in the report, and I rightly didn't know. We asked him what he usually writes, and he says that usually nothing is going on and everything is fine. And she shrugs. I don't know. I suspect if he reports that the torch is out, then the Technic League is going to show up.
That would be bad, generally.
That seems at least what he suggested, or at least implied.
You can take a look at his message before you send it anywhere.
Well, Connor should know all that stuff better. I figure that this is the council's business.
Passing it to Connor seems to be convenient.
Sure. Anyway, we have a mad hellion of rust or something to catch. So I suppose we should.
Yes, Mayanda, the High Priestess, might be of Hellion, who is the Lord of Rust and the Master of Scrapwall. Such a great master that none of us in this room have ever heard of him.
Mm-hmm. Well, he wouldn't be much of a criminal underworld mastermind if he was known to people, I suppose.
Is he like some sort of deity? I mean, if she's a high priestess of him.
Sounds more like a personal cult thing, right? I never heard of
Be
a
some
deity.
sort of spirit.
Maybe. I never heard of a rust deity, but then again, I'm not very
It sounds
scholarly.
healthy.
Looks over to Pim.
I don't understand why an android would worship a rust deity anyway.
To keep the
Can-
rust away.
Can you rust? Sort of looks at Siren.
Not to my knowledge.
Yeah, you're kind of flesh and
Stick.
blood, aren't you? She sort of looks at him up and down again.
To my knowledge.
Alright, that seems fine with me. Probably has filled with nanites or something, right?
Just if he was filled with nanites, I don't think he'd be as pleasant to be around as he is.
I mean, you've seen this. They're like blue lines.
Yes.
You think it's a tribal tattoo?
Clearly not. He also grows feathers and hair and
That is pretty weird, isn't it?
Shrugs, you see things.
It is a part of my symbiosis with nature.
Oh.
Francis, I didn't think you were a spiritual man, Saren.
It was more of a calling that my father, that's not Connor, my father, left for me. His legacy.
Francis. I see.
Sounds like you have a complicated history then.
I don't know about that.
Well, with that, I suppose we go to the Clockfather, get breathed up, and then healed up, and then we go go down there.
I mean,
And if I could,
I can heal Zaren if you want. I can.
if you want, it's your spell slot. Up to you.
The only other thing I would cast is Technomancy.
Alright. Up to you.
Or, well, Saving Finale, I guess I have two, but...
The Clockfather, as you arrive there, does inform you that since you have saved Connor, he will offer you all the most of the town of the church's usual features for free,
Oh God!
including healing.
What?
What? Maybe he heard all of the bad press he got from us.
Yeah, no, it's like we're walking down the street.
Or
It's like
maybe at this
suddenly
point
he stops
he's
getting
afraid of
visitors.
causing in-church inflation.
His,
Or maybe it's because we have the power relay.
maybe.
Or maybe it's because he knows that because we have the power relay, we control like these orcs
Yeah.
and like rat fiends like going
Maybe-
around town. burning.
Maybe like
We will
his
put something in your basement.
maybe his like twisted dark robe-clad vizier shuffled up and was like, "Master, you must do something about the heroes."
Yep, gotta get him off our scent here,
Yep.
and make it so that we don't tell everyone. Yeah, we totally stashed the power relay in the Temple of Bry.
They see what happens.
Protected.
Yeah. Clockfather said he was.
Clockfather.
Can you imagine what would have happened if we had actually when he expressed his interest, we just stored it there? What would happen?
Check it out. Just go there and the whole time it's a bird.
All the leeches are dead.
Oh
well, eventually what would happen?
it's just a matter of time, really.
Orcs have gold
There's
teeth
and when
like
the cops
things.
show up, who's the
Swag
suspects?
necklaces holding
Salt's just been poured all over the place.
It's it turns out the whole town is a suspect because he basically slighted everyone. As it
No one investigates anything.
No, it's like well,
it was an accident probably.
probably an accident. Died of natural causes.
Spontaneous bullet to the face.
At any rate, to to stop fantasizing about this wonderful thing, that's great. I will take the free healing, and then we can get the blessing of water breathing and go back down there and figure out a way to fucking light this torch.
Woo!
Are there any other blessings we can get? Like on
Probably
top?
not long-term ones.
He can offer you lowish level spellcasting. You can cast up to level 3 spells.
Like masterwork transformation. make Chandler's gun into a
Oh, that would be
master
pretty good.
weapon
That would be pretty good. That's like up his
for a
alley as
little
well.
while.
How long is
A couple of minutes, I think.
Oh, no, that's not gonna help much.
Long blessings.
I mean, like, even if you can't get the it's a matter of duration.
That's the thing. 3rd level spells, though? These clerics, they probably don't. Isn't actually Magic Vestment a 3rd level spell?
Magic Vestment, I believe, is a 2nd level spell. No, it's a 3rd level spell, yes.
Yeah.
He could cast that on you.
It wouldn't really do anything for me, but
I'd-
other people might want like
I'll
an
take
hour
it.
bonus to armor.
Not today, though, since he'd have to
Oh, okay.
Oh,
Sure.
commune with his deity.
Oh,
I
no,
see.
that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
At your convenience.
Your worship. Like,
What did he have planned for his god today?
yeah, exactly.
Well, work, of course.
Was
Work and science.
It was instrument of agony, Manakai. He was going to talk to the rat.
Well, regardless, let's go down and track some people before the tracks go cold.
Yeah, whenever we actually get to like the water edge, I would like to do a survival skill check.
Sure.
Neat.
Hatred plate.
Looking for tracks. Wow. Jesus, these rolls. I hate skill checks. I agree with all the people who play 13th Age. 13 skill checks are terrible.
Let's see if I can find anything. A bit better.
There are certainly tracks at the water's edge, most of them still from you, and also some most likely from curious townsfolk or particularly brave townsfolk who then decided to, rather than jumping in, turn around again. But there are some that are definitely leading out from the water into the town. And some of them do look rather odd, which would fit with the feet of Ratfolk. You can't, however, determine how many of those individual footprints there are. There are a couple, at least.
My only concern would be that this Meander is actually here on the surface, and that while we are gone, they actually will get the power relay.
Well, before we dive, we could put it somewhere safer.
Zarnlings, I don't think there's any safer place in the entire town.
Well, suppose that's that then. We could break it.
I do not think that would be wise. It is priceless, and it would be worth a considerable sum of money.
If we put it in a box and put it in a hole, I still have a bag of chemical cement. That would make it
Yes.
considerably more difficult for someone
Cemented.
to claim.
Why don't we check to see whether the first cement idea worked?
Sure. I'll begin just wading through all this. Actually, I'm wearing full plate. Oh, I'm sorry.
You're like, let me climb.
It's like, oh, no, I'm good. I'll go this way.
Shit.
If it's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Professor, could I have a light?
Oh yeah, I tried to climb, but yeah, I'll cast light for you.
Good, thank you. So dark otherwise.
Not for me. Neener.
What does your robot eye, android eye see?
Sees the same thing that we saw the last time we came through here. I'd like to check the other door that the gremlins were by. Perhaps they've left it unsealed, if they actually used that door.
Is our hole still cemented through?
The hole is still cemented, and it does not like anything. It does not look like anything dug its way out.
Nice.
That's good.
I hope he's still conscious in there and he can lie there for
Yeah,
eternity.
he's just like,
And you know when he gave you that look of futility, like what you did is meaningless.
Yeah, we'll show you meaningless.
Zarm will poke his head up here.
The door is still thoroughly shut.
Yeah.
Although Shanala, looking at the ground, does think like the tracks that she saw outside did originate from here.
All right. Then she has control over this door.
That confirms that